Hey there, in this video, I'm going to share with you 11 super simple tips that you can do right now in your life, in your food choices, in your drinking choices, that is going to help you have better digestive health. This is so important because that's going to affect basically all aspects of your health. How you're digesting your food is going to impact how you feel, the amount of energy you have, and your brain's performance, and that's just the baseline. So here's 11 things that you can do that are super simple. The first is go 100% organic. You must go 100% organic. Why go organic? Well, you go organic because most foods that aren't organic these days are containing genetically modified ingredients. And if you're eating genetically modified ingredients, that means two things. The first is you're eating a science project. It's not food, it's a science project, and the DNA of bacteria, viruses, or insecticides have been infused into the DNA of plants and animals. So you don't really want to be putting in your body insecticides, viruses, or GMOs. Or bacteria, because that's what a GMO is. So go organic. Also, the second reason is that the whole purpose of GMOs is that so the crop can withstand greater amount of chemicals, so that more Roundup and herbicides can be put on the crop so that it can grow supposedly faster or healthier or better or not be impacted by bugs and all of that. But all of those chemicals cause serious problems in your body. Neurological problems, sexual problems, gastrointestinal problems, hormonal problems. I could go on. Bad news. So just go organic. You're worth every penny, and it's only on the front end, and it's going to save you massively on the back end. The second thing that's super easy to do is reduce the amount of meat that you're eating. Why? Because animals are grown in really, really unhealthy environments in the United States. Plus, they're also given like antibiotics, they're given hormones, they're given all kinds of things because they do live in such toxic, bacteria-ridden areas. A lot of times what happens is they get really sick, so they have to be treated, and then you're eating that animal's antibiotics or whatever medication or the hormones that it's been given so that it grows fatter and produces more meat. Not only that, but if the cow or the chicken or whatever it is that you're choosing to eat is sitting there living with bacteria and parasites and other things like that, guess what? That's going to go into what you're going to eat, and so you're going to be eating a lot of crap, you guys, because it transfers to you. Not only that, but a lot of the animals in the American, in America, they are fed GMO feed. So the animals are eating exactly what I just told you to avoid. So if they're eating it, that's what's feeding their body and their cells, and then that's what's feeding you. So reduce or even eliminate meat altogether. You're going to feel so much better. Plus, your body doesn't know how to digest it. So it's going to use a lot less energy just working on digestion. And it's just, everything in your GI tract is going to feel a lot better. You have my word on this, okay? The third thing you can do that's super easy, implement right now, is eliminate dairy. Now, women always push back on me, and the reason that they're pushing back on me is because there's a hormone called casein in dairy that makes it addictive for women. So women always push back on me when it comes to wine and when it comes to the cheese. And I get it, but guess what? Once you stop eating it and you get it out of your body, you will be able to say no. It's just a matter of retraining your body. Plus, I just told you about what is happening with how cows are being raised and what they're being fed in America. And that's what most dairy is made from. So when you're eating dairy, you're now also eating the milk from the really toxic cows. And it's just really, honestly, just save yourself that favor because your body doesn't even know how to digest it anyways. Cows have like multiple stomachs, and that's why they can handle all that milk. We only have one, and we don't know what to do with cow's milk. So don't drink milk. The fourth thing you can do is significantly reduce, if not eliminate, food that's cooked in oil. Now, what am I talking about? When food is fried, it goes into your body and it just sits there, and like it doesn't know what to do with it. And so it's really heavy, and it has a tendency to literally just sit there because it doesn't know how to digest it. Plus, a lot of food, a lot of oils that are used when in cooking and when we eat out, they are using really, really low quality oils, and the oils are often and very common made of genetically modified ingredients. And not only that, but when the oil raises to a certain temperature, each oil has its own various temperature, that oil actually changes its chemical processes and it becomes rancid. So then your food becomes rancid. So then you're eating food that's rancid, and it's all because of the oil. And honestly, your intestines, your gut, your stomach, none of your organs knows how to deal with this. So reduce and eliminate oil and fried food. The fourth thing that you can do that's super simple, I guess this is number 5. We got like 6 more. I got tips for days for you guys, so just keep tuning in. So the 5th thing you can do to significantly improve your digestion is you can completely eliminate corn, wheat, soy, and I'd even say tomatoes. Corn, wheat, and soy are the most common genetically modified crops in our country. So not only are they all genetically modified, but they're also loaded with pesticides. And so you also not only want to eliminate these, as the whole food, you want to eliminate the derivatives of it. And I actually have on my website, nikkiharden.com, there's a blog all about GMOs, and there's a one-sheet download that has all of the hidden ingredients that are made from genetically modified foods. And so you can download that little cheat sheet and get it, and it's super, super awesome to just kind of keep in your pocket. So get rid of corn and all of the derivatives and all the like fake ingredients. Like if you're reading if you're reading the ingredients on a label and you don't know what it is, then you probably shouldn't be eating it because your body doesn't know what it is. So next, the 6th thing that I really suggest is to eliminate carbonated beverages. That carbonation goes into your gut and it just really goes, it doesn't like it. So it significantly impacts your digestive fluids. So I really recommend none of that. Okay, I also recommend, so I think we're on tip number 7 here, to really reduce your fish. Now, I'm going to actually share with you at the end of this some products that you can take that can really help you with your digestion, whether you just struggle with bloating or maybe you eat something and you have a reaction, and also just some day-to-day supplements that you can take that are going to help you. So I'll be covering that at the end, but the 7th thing that I want to help you do is significantly reduce the amount of fish that you're eating, especially sushi. And why? Because fish these days, by the way, are highly toxic. So they're loaded with a lot of metals, PCBs, other agents, other like floating, even radioactive elements, because this is all in the water. So the fish are like swimming around in this water and it's getting into their bodies, and then they're eating each other, and so the food is then loaded with that, and then when you eat it, it goes right into your body and you have an accumulation of radioactive elements, heavy metals, a lot of bad stuff, you guys. So just reduce it. And I'm going to give you a secret strategy. I have one. It's my organic chlorella powder. It's amazing, and so you just take it before you go eat sushi, but I'm going to talk about that at the end. That's just a little snapshot. I'll help you understand exactly what it can do for you. But first, I want to help share with you sugar. Just get rid of it. I know, it's like heroin. It's like worse than heroin. Sugar is so addictive, you guys. They've done studies that have shown that it is actually more addictive than all of the drugs that are completely not like illegal in our country, even heroin. So there's incredible studies that have been done, and it has all kinds of problems. It causes all kinds of health problems, and most sugar is made from sugar beet that's genetically modified. So most sugar is already made of GMO ingredients, and if you haven't gotten the theme here, you need to avoid GMO ingredients, okay? That's just the way it is. Now, I'm going to share with you another tip for reducing inflammation and bloating and improving your digestion. And that is, if you're struggling with digestion, don't eat kale. Now, who'd have thought about that? I talk to so many of my cleansers and they're saying, I'm so bloated, I'm so bloated. I'm saying, are you eating kale? They're like, yeah. And I said, well, just check it out, try not to, and just see what happens. So they take the kale out and they're like, oh my gosh, the bloating has gone down. I feel so much better and my elimination is easier and I'm not gassy. Why? Because kale is super, super fibrous and it's hard for your stomach. It's hard for your body to digest. So that can actually cause bloating and indigestion and constipation, and no one likes constipation. So, okay, I think I got a lot of the tips. There's one more I want to tell you, and I kind of hinted at it. And that tip is avoid artificial ingredients and preservatives. So like I was telling you earlier, basically the best thing you guys can do is go shop on the outer edges of the grocery store and avoid things in packages. Because when you're eating things that are in packages, they're almost always loaded with artificial ingredients and preservatives. And those are not man-made ingredients that are like injected into food so that the food can last longer and doesn't expire. And I'm pretty sure you just want to put really good things in your body so you feel good. So there you have it. Those are like massive tips for you to immediately increase your ability to digest and not have bloating and to not struggle. And if you do, and even if you don't, here are some things that I really recommend on a day-to-day basis. So these are my products. They're products that I carry only because everyone wanted to know what I was doing, so I made it available for them. So I've been called an alchemist, the cleanse queen, and many other things. But the first thing you can definitely do is you can take my bowel tonic shot. So this is an herbal formula that I've created. It originated from my 21-day cleanse program. All those are located on my website. You guys can check it out, nikkiharden.com. I have 1 day, 7 days, 21 days, and supplements and things like that. But the tonic shot is the one-off thing. So this is something that I use and that my clients are using and my customers. If you just struggle with bloating on kind of erratic kind of cycles, or maybe you're traveling and you experience your digestion is off and your elimination is off, or you eat something and it just isn't agreeing, you can just pop the bowel tonic. You take it at night. It's super easy. I only use organic or wild crafted ingredients, and I test for heavy metals, aflatoxin, arsenic, E. coli, and microbacteria. I don't get on a plane without this, and I kind of keep one in my bag all the time just in case I eat, something just makes its way in and it's not agreeing, and this will save you. So I also have my 1-day detox kit. So this is the 1-day detox. This is the quick reset if you've kind of been in this pattern where you're just not taking care of yourself and you're not feeling well and things are sluggish and you want to reset. So the 1-day detox will really reset you. So you get to eat when you're on it. There's a little schedule. It's inside here. So you can see there's the 3 formulas. 2 of them are for the liver. So that's going to help reduce the inflammation. It's going to help regenerate cells. It's going to repair your liver so you can deal better with all of the toxins that are going into your body. And then the bowel tonic is going to help just kind of flush the system and get the bad stuff out of the GI tract. 2 other things that you can take on a day-to-day basis. They're both things that I take, and I actually ended up creating a monthly auto renew program, like a maintenance renew program. because my people don't want to go off these products. So I make it available for you. So you can take 100% organic chlorella powder. This is absolutely amazing. It has more protein per ounce than steak. So that's pretty fantastic. All of you vegans, please get on my organic chlorella powder, because then you won't have to deal with like a lot of the health complications. Or I can't say you won't have to, but at least it will help reduce the likelihood that you're going to deal with a lot of the malnutrition things that vegans deal with. So here's a really cool thing about chlorella. Chlorella actually binds with heavy metals. Specifically, it binds with mercury. So if you've had fillings that have been taken out, or you have some amalgam fillings, a lot of times doctors and dentists will put their patients on chlorella to help get the mercury out. It's going to bind with other inorganic ingredients as well. And so this is really good, especially for you sushi lovers. I can't recommend this enough. And, you know, if I get invited out to sushi, which I don't do a lot of sushi anymore, I used to. I mean, I love sushi. I actually grew up in, I lived in Japan 3 times, and I speak Japanese. So I love sushi, but not in America, because the food we have access to is crap. So, but you can take really great things like this, and it's gonna help basically get the crap out and pull it through your system. The other thing that I advise, and I actually take every day, and most of my cleansers do every day, is bentonite powder. So bentonite clay, it's a powder, and you add water to it, and it gets really big, and it goes into your intestines, and all of the stuff that's hanging out in your intestines, all the toxins and inorganic ingredients and all of that, it acts like a sponge, and so it just goes and it just pulls them through. It's also got trace minerals in it, like silica and calcium and potassium and magnesium, that isn't really in a lot of our food. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. These are my tips for better digestion, because all of my cleansers and the people that I'm working with are constantly talking about how they feel bloated and lethargic and they don't feel good. And they're just some easy things you can do that are gonna help relieve the belly bloat and also pull some of that out. So you got tips, you got products. I'm here to help. You know how to find me. Have a great day.